Bronny James, the 21-year-old son of arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, just got name-dropped by rapper Pooh Shiesty on his highly anticipated first day out, in the most brutal way possible. And the internet is on fire.
See, my dad in my first code D jumped in the streets, he showed me lane. Your dad a killer, but you ain't, you just like Bronny James.
I ain't gonna lie, whole time he was locked up, I was screaming free Pooh Shiesty, cause he be going in. His songs be going hard. The funniest bar though is when he dissed Bronny. I ain't gonna lie, Bronny caught a low-key slug. He said, yo daddy a killer, but you ain't, you just like Bronny James. Yikes.
Let that sink in for a second. In the world of hip-hop, where every bar is calculated, every metaphor is loaded with meaning, Pooh Shiesty chose Bronny James as the ultimate symbol of not living up to expectations. That's not just a diss, that's a cultural moment. That's a statement about legacy, pressure, and the crushing weight of being LeBron's son.
Pooh Shiesty's in prison right now for somebody in the ass with a dog while sitting inside of a McLaren. Yeah, some Grand Theft Auto.
Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane's prodigy and one of the hardest-hitting voices in modern trap, just walked out of federal prison after serving time for armed robbery and assault charges. His crime? A botched sneaker deal that turned violent in a Bay Harbor Island's parking lot, ironically right across from a police station. The Memphis rapper shot 2 people, fled in a bright green McLaren, and then hopped on a private jet trying to escape the state. He left behind a Louis Vuitton bag with $40,000 in it. The feds matched the serial numbers on those bills to his Instagram posts. Game over.
And it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Rhode Island says you're wanted with it.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest.
He was facing 8 years. He got 63 months. With good behavior and federal time served calculations, he walked after serving roughly 3 years. And the streets? They've been screaming free Pooh Shiesty since day one.
I think he's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying. Clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even with...
Now, he's back. And first day out is exactly what you'd expect from someone who's been locked away, watching the rap game move without him, seeing former friends switch sides, and coming home with scores to settle. The track is 5 minutes of pure aggression. No hook, no radio-friendly chorus, just bars on bars on bars. He went after Moneybagg Yo for allegedly getting a tummy tuck. He positioned himself firmly in Lil Durk's corner against NBA YoungBoy. He called out the entire industry for being fake. And then, almost casually, he dropped the Bronny James line.
He said, yo daddy a killer, but you ain't, you just like Bronny James. Yikes.
In context, Shiesty's talking about street credibility. He's saying your father has a reputation, a legacy built on being dangerous, being respected, being feared. But you're nothing like him. You're just coasting on the name. You're Bronny James. Think about what that comparison means. In one bar, Pooh Shiesty managed to summarize everything the sports world has been whispering about Bronny since the Lakers drafted him as the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft. He crystallized the narrative that's been following this young man like a shadow.
Bronny James, he's 7 for 28 in 4 preseason games from the field. He's 2 for 13, I believe, from three-point range. He's got 8 assists and 8 turnovers. He's moving into year 2. This guy is not an NBA player.
Bronny James became the first player in NBA history to play alongside his father. LeBron James pushed the Lakers organization to make it happen. They made history together on opening night, father and son wearing the same jersey, playing the same game, sharing the same court. It was beautiful. It was unprecedented. It was also the beginning of Bronny's biggest nightmare. Because here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Bronny James is struggling badly.
that looks like, you see, a scared boy out there. He don't look like he want to make mistakes. He don't feel comfortable making mistakes.
Let's break down Bronny's second season with the Los Angeles Lakers. We're talking about a player who is averaging 1.9 points, 0.6 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game. He's shooting 32.3% from the field. That's below the Mendoza line in basketball terms. He's playing less than 9 minutes per game when he does get on the court. He's appeared in just 14 games out of a possible 24 this season. For context, Nick Smith Jr., a player the Lakers signed on a two-way contract after the Charlotte Hornets released him, is getting more playing time than Bronny. That's not a good look. That's not where you want to be as a first-round pick, even if you were selected at 55. And it gets worse. The Lakers sent Bronny down to the G League to get more run, more experience, more development time. How's he doing down there? He's averaging 10.5 points, 4.8 assists, and 4.5 rebounds. Those aren't terrible numbers for the G League, right? Wrong. He's shooting 34.1% from the field and has turned the ball over 17 times already.
I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this.
J.J. Redick, the Lakers' head coach and former NBA sharpshooter, clearly doesn't trust Bronny in meaningful minutes. When Bronny does play, it's garbage time. It's when the game is already decided. It's when the starters are on the bench, the crowd is filing out, and nobody's really paying attention anymore. Except everyone is paying attention because he's LeBron's son. Being the son of LeBron James is both a blessing and a curse. The blessing? Resources, connections, training, nutrition, coaching, everything you could possibly need to succeed is at your fingertips. The Lakers drafted you because your last name opens doors that stay closed for almost everyone else. The curse? You will never, ever be good enough. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, no matter how many games you win or shots you hit, you will always be compared to a man who is in the conversation for the greatest basketball player of all time. You will always be measured against someone who has 4 championships, 4 MVP awards, and nearly 40,000 career points. That's the weight Bronny carries every time he steps on the court, and Pooh Shiesty just articulated it perfectly in one bar.
See, my dad in my first code D jumped in the streets, he showed me lanes. Your dad a killer, but you ain't, you just like Bronny James.
LeBron James is a killer. On the basketball court, he's eliminated dynasties, ended careers, and broken hearts in every NBA city from Boston to San Antonio. When the game is on the line, when everything matters, LeBron James is the man you want with the ball. That's his legacy. That's his reputation. But Bronny hasn't shown that killer instinct yet. Maybe he never will, and that's okay. Most players don't have it. But when your father is LeBron James, okay isn't good enough. When your father literally pushed an NBA franchise to draft you so you could make history together, okay becomes a liability. We can't talk about Bronny's struggles without acknowledging what happened before he made it to the NBA. During a practice session at USC, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest. His heart stopped. Medical staff had to revive him. Doctors discovered he had a congenital heart defect. For months, nobody knew if Bronny would ever play basketball again. The fact that he's in the NBA at all is a medical miracle. The fact that he's playing professional basketball after his heart literally stopped is incredible. But none of that changes the expectations. None of that changes the scrutiny. None of that changes the fact that he's averaging less than 2 points per game while wearing a Lakers uniform and carrying the James name.
Money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry.
Pooh Shiesty's diss isn't just about basketball. It's about legacy, about expectations, about what happens when you can't live up to the shadow cast by the person who came before you. In hip-hop, this dynamic plays out constantly. Jay-Z had to establish himself beyond Biggie's influence. Lil Wayne had to prove he was more than just Cash Money's golden child. every artist with a famous mentor or legendary parent faces the same question. Are you really him, or are you just riding the wave? Bronny is riding the wave, and everybody knows it. Social media exploded when the Bronny bar dropped. Twitter was on fire. Instagram was ruthless. TikTok creators were making compilation videos of Bronny's struggles set to Shiesty's lyrics. The consensus? Bronny caught a devastating stray.
Why Pooh Shiesty? I just know Bronny James is somewhere crying in a corner. Pooh Shiesty might have just dropped the hardest first day out, but Pooh Shiesty also dissed Bronny James. And I think this shit finna get serious. Here's why.
But here's the thing about catching strays in hip-hop. If the bar resonates, if it makes sense, if it captures something true about the cultural moment, then it sticks. And this bar is sticky. This bar is going to follow Bronny for the rest of his career, however long or short that career might be. Pooh Shiesty didn't have to mention Bronny James. He could have used any number of comparisons to make his point, but he chose Bronny because Bronny represents something universal: the struggle of being born into greatness and not measuring up, the pressure of a famous last name, the impossibility of living up to expectations that were set before you were even born. The truth is, not everyone can be LeBron James. Most people can't even be close, and expecting Bronny to somehow replicate even a fraction of his father's greatness isn't just unfair, it's impossible. But the NBA is a results-oriented business. The court doesn't care about your last name, your father's legacy, or the medical miracles you've overcome. The court demands production, and right now, Bronny isn't producing. Pooh Shiesty's bar will live forever in hip-hop lore. It's the kind of line that gets quoted, referenced, and recycled for years. It's brutal, it's honest, and unfortunately for Bronny James, it's accurate.
See, my dad in my first code D jumped in the streets, he showed me lane. Your dad a killer, but you ain't, you just like Bronny James.
Sometimes the truth hurts worse than any insult ever could. And sometimes a rapper fresh out of federal prison can summarize an entire sports narrative in one devastating bar. Welcome to 2025, where the worlds of hip-hop and basketball collide in the most unexpected and most brutal ways possible. Bronny James is under contract with the Lakers through 2028. He's got time to prove everyone wrong. He's got time to develop, to grow, to become more than just LeBron's son. But right now, at this moment, Pooh Shiesty just said what everyone's been thinking, and the internet won't let him forget it.